Margaret Scobey paid a visit to Tanta in the Gharbiya governorate, where she toured the town and visited various projects in the USAID program. More details with Nile TV's Inji Maher.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Margaret Scobey, thank you, ma'am, for joining us for Nile TV International.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am. This is your first visit to the Gharbiya governorate, especially to Tanta. So tell us a bit about your impressions of the visit.
Well, it's been a wonderful day here in Tanta, in Gharbiya governorate. I have a goal to try to visit just about everywhere in Egypt. And even though I have visited in parts of the Delta before, I feel that Gharbiya government is really the heart of this very rich agricultural area. I was honored to spend a few minutes this morning with His Excellency the Governor and to be able to visit a school and the University of Tanta and a group of women who are preparing themselves possibly for political activity in life. And then I've had this great afternoon at the Shazly family farm, where they have a very large herd of dairy cattle that actually have their origins in the United States. So it's been a very enjoyable day, and I see what I hope to be many opportunities, perhaps for further U.S.-Egyptian cooperation.
Speaking to the governor today, you identified various challenges still facing the governorate, as well as several sectors in which more collaboration between the United States and Egypt can be had. Tell us a bit about those.
Well, I think that the United States is, well, first of all, President Obama came here in June and talked about trying to intensify U.S. activity with the Muslim world, including in business arrangements, but especially in scientific cooperation and education, and encouraging the promotion of new businesses. We're very fortunate, I think, in Egypt, because the United States and Egypt have long enjoyed a very rich and cooperative partnership. And we will be working with the government here and civil society types as well to try to focus on the themes from the speech, which seem to reflect exactly many of the priorities of the government as well, which is to invest in people, education, and other such activities. So we will be looking for, we have a representative here today of our Department of Agriculture, and he will be looking for perhaps new business opportunities for U.S. and Egyptian agricultural businesses to cooperate. We have a foreign commercial service doing the same, and we have USAID that is still in Egypt and still has a number of programs in Gharbiya government and health and education.
Today you visited Salaam School and you spoke to the children and sat down with them in the library. There was also a USAID donation of books given to the school. How important, in your opinion, are such cultural exchanges?
These are a symbol of friendship. I don't pretend that a simple donation of books changes the educational outlook, but this school, Salaam School, is a very old school in Egypt, and from what I could tell are doing a beautiful job of educating the next generation of Egyptians with a love of reading, a love of learning, and it looked like a wonderful school. So it was a souvenir, if you will, of our visit, although USAID has distributed throughout Egypt in over 30,000 government schools complete libraries. And so that, I think, does make a significant contribution to the resources of schools all over Egypt.
There are also several teacher and student exchange programs. Your comment about those?
Well, again, these are relatively, compared to the population of Egyptian students, we only are able to interact with a few hundred a year, but we know that these programs make enormous difference in the lives of those who participate. I've talked to Egyptian students who come back after a year in high school in the United States and said, it changed my life. And they've had very positive experiences. And by the same token, American students that come here, and there is a growing number of them, will never think about Egypt, will never think about the Middle East again without thinking about the wonderful people that hosted them and that they met, that the friends that they made. So these things do incalculable contributions to, I think, the relations between our two countries.
Your Excellency, today you met with a group of women and you discussed various issues, including political empowerment for women, as well as their economic participation, as well as human rights. Tell us your impression about that.
Well, just from the little bit I heard, they certainly have the energy and the ambition to change lives and to do much more in their communities. This is an issue that has long been of importance to me. I think Secretary Clinton has made it a long-term goal of her own to help encourage the empowerment of women and the participation of women in community and political life. There's no doubt that in countries where women are not able to participate for any reason, the country suffers. Women educate their children at home. They contribute to the economy, to the household economy. So I think the more you can encourage the participation, education of women, the more you contribute to your community overall.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Margaret Scobey, thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us on Nile TV International.